All right, so this is what's going to happen with the property market locally. I think I've said this a couple of times back. So what's happening is we moved through a very difficult patch where the inflation was very high and literally nothing was moving. But that period now is long gone. And on our path to recovery, you see that people have started building. But institutions had taken like a back seat in as far as property development was concerned. So because of that, it was very difficult for someone to access a construction loan locally because of how the policies kept on changing and because of how unstable everything was. But people are always people, and people will always want to build and will always like to build because they believe that it's something that can add value. So people were building, and this is currently like what's happening even now. People are building with their own money. So this is like a bit different from, say, you were building in Europe or in another second world or first world country, whereby you go on straight ahead and approach a bank or a financial institution, and the institution gives you a construction loan and you can build your home or whatever it is that you are building. Now, this is not how it's working when it comes to our situation in Zimbabwe. When you are building, whenever you see someone building in Zimbabwe, they are most likely, or 90% of the time, we are using our own money. But as of late, over the past 5 years, let's say, we've now seen institutions slowly coming back into the game. And that's a very good thing. Also coupled with the fact that people have been building, even now people are building with their own money. So if you put these things together, this is what's going to happen probably in the following years. Because people have built with their own money, they've not actually built buildings only, but what everyone was doing unbeknown to them was building equity and building the trust and leverage and collateral, something of value that then can be leveraged with financial institutions. Was one thing that's affecting us now, even home builders or any developers locally, is that because they're using hard-earned cash. When people are using hard-earned cash, they tend to watch their budget because it's like building something on a shoestring. So what's happening now is the quality is just mediocre because people are using their own money. It's different from developed countries where someone just applies for a construction loan and they've got a construction loan to build. You see that in most cases, the quality is higher up there because people are not using their hard-earned money. But the availability of funding will then change the game. So you see better buildings, you see more buildings. So because there is an availability of cash, there are more buildings going up and people generally will have a better buying power. You see that the game will even be better than now because the clientele will be there, right, and the product will be there. And not only a product, but a higher quality product. So in the coming years, you'll see more buildings. The game is just going to be much better, you see. So that answers also a question where most of the people who come to me for advice is that, will this bubble ever end, or will this bubble ever burst? So it's not like in the near future. We still got a long way. There's still a lot of work to be done, and there are still opportunities in the real estate space. So now is the best time to jump into the game. Things are going to get better and better and better, and with the involvement of institutions, we've pretty much started seeing it now, where most of the banks right here are becoming developers. You see, that's just a good sign, which shows that developers or institutions are gaining more trust into the game. So now is a better time, is the best time to get into the game.